a huge part of our daily lives. I mean, every day we wake up and we pick out a new outfit that was different than the one we wore yesterday. We do have our favorite clothes, and we have our least favorite clothes. So what happens to clothes that we don't like? Well, there are 3 possibilities for the life of an unwanted shirt.
Sometimes your unwanted shirt will stay in your closet for years collecting dust, and other times it will go in the donation pile, but the most likely route for your unwanted shirt is a one-way ticket to the dump.
The thing with most humans is that once they don't want something anymore, they don't want to have to deal with it, so throwing it away creates an out-of-sight, out-of-mind feeling. Most people have never thought about what happens to a shirt before it gets to the store and after it gets thrown away. So let me take you through the complete life of a shirt.
The life of a shirt is a cycle, and it starts with consumer demand. You, as a consumer, have money, and when you want something, like a shirt, you're willing to spend your money in order to get the shirt. If a bunch of other consumers want the shirt too, then there's a high demand for that shirt. Clothes will always be in high demand. According to Earth.org, your average consumer will spend up to $300 per month on clothes alone. In order to keep up with this demand, enough clothes need to be made, which brings us into the next part of our cycle, manufacturing. Most shirts are made out of cotton, which happens to be the most water-intensive crop grown in the US. It takes 2,700 liters of water to grow 500 cotton plants, and it takes 500 cotton plants to make one cotton t-shirt. Imagine how many cotton t-shirts are in just one store, and how many stores just like that there are around the globe. So as we can see, the manufacturing process is a huge cause of waste, but it's also a huge source of pollution. Like most things, clothes are made in factories, and these factories emit up to 5 billion tons of CO2 emissions every single day. Another huge source of pollution is when chemicals, synthetic dyes, and leftover pieces of textiles get into rivers and other water bodies near the factories. So many species living in these water bodies are killed because of this. All this pollution, all this waste, just to make a shirt that you'll maybe wear 7 times before throwing it away. Which brings us to the third and final stage of our cycle, the landfill. You can find almost anything in the landfill, and you can find a lot of clothes. 10% of total global waste consists of textiles and clothes. America alone throws away 92 million tons of clothes every single year, and this number is only expected to get bigger. This is a huge problem because when clothes break down, they release methane, a greenhouse gas 28 times more potent than carbon dioxide. As methane goes up into the atmosphere, it will stay there for years, continuing to pollute the only place we can call home.
So how do we break the cycle? Well, there are many solutions, but one of the main ones is recycling clothes. Recycling clothes is when you take your old clothes and you turn them into something new. This helps extremely because the more clothes you repurpose, the less clothes end up in the landfill and the less methane that goes in the air. So how can you fix this? Well, if you're into arts and crafts, there's a really simple 4-step thing that you can do.
Step 1. Grab 6 to 8 old t-shirts from your closet. Step 2. Lay out those shirts on the ground like so. Step 3. Pin the shirts together at the seams. Step 4. Sew them together.
And ta-da! Now you have a brand new blanket and you've saved 8 shirts from going to the dump. I know it seems small, but imagine how many shirts we could save if everyone in the world just made one blanket. All you have to do is make an effort, and this climate crisis can become a thing of the past.